Hey, welcome back to episode 2 of Bourbon It's a Vegetable, where we tell you you have to drink your vegetables. I'm Mike, this is Michelle. So if you like what you see, ask you to subscribe to our channel and like and comment on the video. So what we're doing today is we're going to do Elijah Craig, which is a Heaven Hill product, and Wilderness Trail, which is their own product. Heaven Hill has been in business for a long time. They're based out of Bardstown, Kentucky, which is kind of like the absolute capital of bourbon. And Wilderness Trail is in Lawrenceville, Kentucky. I'd like to thank them. This is their shirt and the inspiration for the name of the channel. They have been in business for like 9 years. They're actually PhDs in science. They started out doing testing other bourbon companies' wheats and their yeasts. The bourbon people, what's wrong and why they're not getting the products they expected. And they came and decided, you know what, we can do this as good as anybody else, and we're going to do that themselves. So we're going to do a blind tasting of the Elijah Craig small batch. So this MSRP is for about $25, $26 a bottle. So really good deal for that price. Wilderness Trail, depending where you can find it, will range between $50 and $65 a bottle. The biggest difference between these two is that this is a sour mash. It's a sweet mash. A sour mash, think of sourdough bread where you have a sourdough starter that you keep and do that. So sour mashes, and that's most whiskeys you're going to find are sour mashes, which means they have a starter. And what that does is that keeps the pH level lower so that there's less bacteria. It's easier to control what you have, and you can get the same product on a consistent basis. Sweet mash, you're not going to hit, you don't have a starter. You're doing it on its own. So from that standpoint, it's harder to, as she's pouring, and I'm trying to look at the camera and not seeing which one she's pouring, so I don't know which one is which.
Oh, that's why you're getting the same glasses and I have different looking ones.
Okay. But so a sweet mash, you walk into Wilderness Trail's distillery and you can just smell the beauty of the mash just bubbling and fermenting. An amazing smell. I don't know if I've smelled anything that beautiful before.
It smelled delicious.
It's
I would have dove right into those
giant vats.
If I didn't think I'd get burned alive from the heat of them, but it was just smells
they
so
were
good.
just delicious. If you ever get a chance, and you have to, do a distillery tour at least once somewhere. I would prefer Wilderness Trail, but if you want to do Heaven Hill, you want to do Four Roses, you want to do Buffalo Trace, anyone else, go right ahead. But do the tour. You'll be a great experience. It'll be a great experience for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour mine, but I want you to know which one goes into which, so you can't look.
So
and then I'm going to
on?
switch yours around so you don't know which one I did. I have these special glasses. They're really for my husband, but I don't want him to know. And I'm gonna mix yours around.
Okay. I don't remember which one's which. It's so difficult. Here, there we go.
And move these over here.
All right, so we got two. They're actually very similar in color. When we did Blanton's and Eagle Rare, little differences in colors. But these two are very similar in color. So we'll do sample A. A nice nose to it. You always make a big deal. We went to Jim Beam Distilling. They told you have to sniff with one nostril. They did. Very nice. A little sweetness to it, not too much. I'll put that one down. Let's smell the second one here. That one smells really nice. I think I know which one's which.
We'll see.
No, and again, I'm not going to tell you I smell hints of caramel or tobacco or mahogany or anything like that, because I'm not like that. I can't do that. I just think they both smell very nice. Very nice. And let me look at this real quick from a proof standpoint, just to see if it's a fair fight. Wilderness Trail is 100 proof. Elijah Craig's 94. Pretty close. 47 versus 50. Not too terrible. Very smooth, a little spiciness in there, a little bite, but overall really nice. I'm going to try this one here. This one's much sweeter. I feel a little more burn on this one than that one.
Burning going down?
Yeah, I can feel this one burning going down a little more than this one.
Okay.
So going between the two. I love both of these. We've gone through bottles of both of these.
Yes, we have.
But I will tell you, I think that this one's going to be Wilderness Trail. This one's going to be Elijah Craig.
Which one did you like better?
I prefer the Wilderness Trail. I absolutely love their products. I get it right? And which is which?
You did, you guessed right.
But
But
no.
since this is a sour mash and that's sweet mash, it's
Yeah.
kind of like,
I know it's not a fair, it's not
That's a
completely
too
a
easy
fair,
test
it's
for
not
you.
completely a fair
you should
fight.
have picked something harder.
We can on
Like
the
two
next
sour
one.
mashes,
Well,
two sweet.
most of the stuff's going to be sour mash. You're not going to find a
Yeah.
lot of sweet mashes,
Yeah.
just because it's so
Ooh,
hard to.
that does burn, let me tell you.
Which one, the Elijah or the?
The Wilderness Trail.
Well, it's 50.
Because see, I did it this way.
It's 100 proof.
Drunk 2 is the Elijah Craig.
Drunk
and
one
drunk
is
1 is
Wilderness Trail.
I really do like how the Wilderness Trail tastes. And I like the Elijah Craig. That's why we, it does have like, it's spicier, but not like hot spicy. It's almost like the cinnamon spice, but not really,
But from your standpoint, you're not a big. Both of these are high rye mashes, bills, and you actually prefer Weeders.
I do.
You
This
bourbon.
is what I prefer is a nice bottle of Zinfandel. Like this one I'm drinking tonight, Makia. That's what I prefer. So
But-
you go through the bottles of bourbon, I go through the bottles of wine.
No, I understand, but with you preferring weeded bourbons, so they have wheat in them instead of rye, you actually prefer, when we went to we tried their weeded bourbon versus the rye bourbon, you preferred their rye over the
I
wheat.
did, which is weird because when we went to the other one,
Buffalo
Trace, I liked the wheat.
Yeah, you like the weeded one better at Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
I think that concludes this episode of Bourbon is a Vegetable.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Remember to drink your vegetables, like our video, subscribe to our channel, and comment on the video of what you'd like to see us compare next. Thank
And
you.
follow us too.